A lot of Celtic fans want to have their say. Steve was actually an owl. He said Martin O'Neill did say yesterday Celtic and Rangers need consistency. Then they appoint a manager who's not been in the dugout for 20 years. Makes sense. Well, Martin's got a great track record.
Yeah.
It's worth saying.
I think it's worth saying Martin's one. It doesn't matter. For me, wouldn't matter how long Martin's out of dugout. He knows he's out of the place, you know what I mean? Of course he does.
And look, we're biased. Of course we are.
Yeah.
You know, we're biased towards Martin, that's for sure. Let's go to the phone lines now. 03717 223344. Brendan Rogers leaving Celtic. Desmond, not that one, has called, Dermot Desmond has called Rodgers' words toxic and self-serving. And I've never seen an outburst quite like it, to be brutally honest. Let's speak to Fraser, the Celtic man. Morning, Fraser.
Good morning, Fraser.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
We're very well. Thanks for calling us this morning, mate. What do you think? You must have been surprised, or were you surprised?
No, I'm delighted, Ali. I swear I've been on fan media type things, having a go at people. The amount of rubbish that's been spoken about Celtic, and I personally identified Rodgers as the culprit. You know, he spoke about transfers. We sold Kyogo. We brought in Jota. That was a 10 million man for an 8.5 million man. Maeda moved to centre forward and only scored 33 goals when he done that, right?
Yep.
If you look at since we beat yous in the cup final, Ali, we haven't had a significant game, and we scraped that with a chicken's tooth, as you will appreciate. Penalties. It was a terrible display. We also just scraped through previously with Aberdeen. We haven't had a good performance in 7 months. Brendan's been in the huff. He done it at Leicester. He done it at us before, right? There was failures in the transfer this summer, but Celtic get knocked back for about 5 players when they offered serious dough, right? And when we brought in players, the likes of Yamada, the way that he has been treated by Brendan Rodgers. Now remember, when we brought in Maeda, he wasn't match fit, if you like. Do you know what I mean? But he was signed for 900,000. We bring in another Japanese international, and he's told he's garbage. The same with the left back. I can't remember the boy's name just now. If you look at when Brendan arrived, Naropski and Lagerbielka, the way they were treated, absolutely ridiculous. That was £8 million worth of players. I think they played about 4 games between them. Do you know? Because Brendan didn't sign them. Brendan didn't want them.
What did you think? Can I ask you? What did you think of Dermot Desmond's statement? I mean, Jeff and I, we've got to say, we were, we were a little bit surprised at the severity of it. What did you think?
Ali, how was Neil Lennon treated in Neil Lennon's last tenure as manager? Wasn't great. He was treated with the utmost respect. Celtic have never released a statement like that in their puff about anything. Right?
Yeah.
This has been going on far too long, and they gave him every opportunity to put on his big boy pants and act like an adult, but he can't do it. Do you know what Brendan should do? He should go into a career with reform, right? Because that's the type. He's a politician, okay? Like I say, that's all he says. He doesn't answer a question, and he makes allegations and then runs away and hides and then says, "Oh, I didn't mean that."
Fraser, got to stop you there. Thank you very much indeed.
Thanks, Fraser. Appreciate that, mate.
He has managed Celtic for almost 300 games. He has won multiple titles, multiple Scottish Cups, multiple League Cups as well. Maybe he deserved a bit of a better exit than the one he's received. But let's hear from Ian, who's a Celtic fan. Morning, Ian.
Good morning, Ian. What are you thinking, mate?
Good morning, boys. First of all, a Celtic season ticket holder for over 35 years, been supporting Celtic for over 50 years. This is not a bad day for Celtic. This is actually positive. Rodgers, thank you for what you've done in the trebles that you've done. But over the past 7 months, this man has brought our club to its knees nearly. Now, coming back from Edinburgh on Sunday, the talk in the car was, he's got to go. Tactically, this man is inept. He's got us a fledged Celtic, a fledged centre half on the bench in Trusty, but he throws a young boy in. Now the boy, own goal, not his fault. That'll hurt that boy for the rest of his life, I'm sure. But Rodgers leaving today is positive for Celtic. Now Martin will come in and settle the ship. We've not got a bad team. There's good players there. They've been playing in wrong possessions. It's unbelievable that Cariati, Alamati, or whatever they're called for Pakistan, Rodgers should have left that day. He should have walked away and said, sorry, I don't have it.
Just a quick one, Ian. I want to come in. I know we've got to go to the news, but you said something that clearly nobody at Celtic has said yet, and that was thanks very much for your service, thanks very much for your trebles. Why did Dermot not say that?
Well, I'll tell you why, Ali. Roger, you know the section of the Celtic support. I'm not even going to give them airtime. You know the section of the Celtic support that I do not support.
Yeah.
Rodgers has put oil on their fire, and they're now turned against the board. This is not 1993-94 where we're 1 hour away from being liquidated.
Yeah.
They've came in, they've settled their club. We're a wealthy club as wealth goes in Scotland. You know, he's put oil on their fire. So the quicker that he got out the door, but coming back from Edinburgh on Sunday, that was the talk in the car. Mm-hmm. This man has got to leave. He's got to leave today.
But he's gone, Ian, and you know, it'll be interesting to see who comes in, won't it?
Yeah.
But look, thank you very much indeed, Ian. We have got the news, so we've got to go. Just got to say, Paul's texted in though and said, I really can't wait on Man United to lose their next game, and then probably the one after that. They've only beaten Sunderland and Brighton at home. Well, they did beat Chelsea as well.
Yes.
Oh, and they did go to Anfield and win at Liverpool as well. But hey, that's by the by. Right.